Alright, cool beans. Hope you guys did enjoy that small montage. I'm Hex. We're going to be channeling our inner fire to cause decimation against our enemies. I'm of course talking about MagDK. MagDK is always a force to be reckoned with. Why? When you think of a magic brawler, honestly MagDK is the main thing you think about. This is the thing that dots you up and just does so much pressure and can honestly catch you off guard with a nasty burst. But before we get into the build video, obviously if you guys can hit that subscribe and like button, really does go a long way. And I just want to say thank you so much for 1K. We actually hit it. Honestly, I never thought when I created my channel, I didn't think anyone would subscribe to me. Now we're over here at 1,000 plus. Also comment what build video you want to see next. Always up for suggestions. It's kind of hard to just pick one class because they're all so fun and I just can't decide which one to play first. But as always, I'll have timestamps on screen down below if you're looking for anything specific. But without further ado, let's corrosive our way into the build. So for the first set we do run tried and true Danger Trickery. I mean, Danger Trickery is like probably one of the best sets for open world. And honestly, it is very powerful for MagDK, especially any DK, honestly. Why is that? Not only do you get access to 5 potential major buffs, I mean, the best one and most fun one, obviously, is Major Heroism. When you get that Major Heroism proc, your ulti just shoots up. Like, it's just crazy how fast your ulti ran. And since we're a DK, we do have access to Battle Roar, and you know what that means. The more ulti we get, not only do we get to pump out ultis to hit harder, we get to sustain from Battle Roar. And don't even get me started if you get a major minion into a major vitality proc. Your burst healing back to full. Next set we do run, obviously we do run Blood Spawn, because Blood Spawn on a DK, it's like butter on toast. Can't have one without the other. And honestly, it is kind of basically a cardinal sin not to run Blood Spawn on a DK. But the main thing is when you take damage of a 6% chance to get 37-31 armor, which is a lot of mitigation, but the most important, 13 ultimate. Like I said earlier, not only do we pump out ultis faster, but we benefit the most from Battle Roar on DK. So like I said earlier, this is a front bar back bar setup, so obviously we do run one piece training because we're gonna have one extra slot, so why not just put training on there? Gives us the most max health. And obviously we do run a mythic, and what mythic is that? So for the mythics, there are 2 options you could run. So you could go Markin Ring of Majesty, would give you the most weapon and spell damage and armor, so it'd make you tanky and hit pretty hard. But honestly, I was trying Malakath, and Malakath was hitting. So what I really like about Malakath, the pressure was real. I did try both, and honestly, I was loving either one. Either one's fine. And for our main set, we do run is Burning Spellweave. Burning Spellweave is pretty nuts. 2-piece mag, 3-piece weapon and spell damage, 4-piece crit. Always really nice to have crit. 5-piece. Basically, when you do flame damage, you increase your weapon and spell damage by nearly 500 for 8 seconds. But think about it, that's almost 500 weapon and spell damage that you can carry over to your back bar. That's some crazy, and it makes you hit really hard. So the way we run it, we do run a dual wield of Burning Spellweave, both swords. Main hand, I do have a poison with Nerdhone. Poison just add a dot. It also gives us a sustain from combustion for DKs. And we do have an absorb magic enchant because, well, you know, not bad to have magic sustain on there. If you can, put an absorb stamina enchant on here so you can have a chance to proc minor fracture. That way you can have a little bit more pen on the target. Always nice. So for the back bar, there are 2 options you could do. So for the main build, I did go Resto Staff with Danger Trickery. I really do love the Resto Staff because you are able to do heavies. With the heavy with the Resto Staff, not only do you get a lot of sustain from this, you get on-demand major mending after completing a heavy. So for the enchant, you can just go and absorb magic enchant or whatever. It honestly doesn't really matter on the back bar. So I do go defending. I really do love defending on the back bar because when you're on your back bar, you're trying to be tank. You're trying to survive. I don't really like decisive because I felt it was too squishy. So for the body, we do run the typical 3-3-1, 3 heavy, 3 light, 1 medium. So for my heavy, I do have a heavy head and shoulders of Blood Spawn, with my last piece of heavy being a Danger Trickery chest. For my 1 medium, I do run a medium legs of Danger Trickery. And for my light, I do run Danger Trickery light shoes and Burning Spellweave sash and hands. Now for the traits, I do run 6 impen, 1 reinforce. Yes, 6 impen, 1 reinforce. So the only reinforce I have is a heavy chest of Danger Trickery, and then the rest is all impen. Honestly, up to you. That's what I like about builds. We can, you know, we can fit to our playstyle. If you want to put some sturdy or maybe put some well fitted, always really good. Just stay away from divines for the most part. So for the enchant, so if you can, tri-stat all the pieces. If you can't do that, tri-stat the big pieces. What I mean by that is head, chest, and legs. And if you can't do that, max mag is perfectly just fine. Just adjust your health attributes at the end. So for the jewelry, we do run a necklace of the trainee, burning spellweave ring, and a marking ring of majesty, because marking only comes in a ring, duh. So for the traits, I do go all infused, 1 weapon damage, and then 2 reduced mag costs. Yes, this is what I was trying, and I absolutely loved it. Some DKs do have access to minor brutality, so yes, we do want weapon damage. Can't wait till next pack when the enchants finally become both weapon and spell damage. That's going to be great. So for the food, we do run is Bewitched Sugar Skulls. Honestly, this food is probably the best for this build. The most max stats you can possibly get in the game. Not only does it give us the most max health possible, the more max mag to hit harder, and more max stam to CC break more often. And for the pots, so the main pots you want to run is mag with spell crit. Now the last option which you can have is either immune or with spell damage. These pots are the cheapest to get, but they don't give you the most min max. This one obviously gives you immunity to CCs, which already should get you sold. So either one's fine. So to make the spell crit with the move mag pots, so the way to make them is Columbine, Lady Smock, and the Mirror's Rock. And there you go. That's how you make them. Pretty simple. Columbine's a little expensive right now, so be careful on that. All right, but enough of that. Let's go over the skills now. All right, so for the first skill we do run is Fossilize. I really do like Fossilize over the other one. I believe it's called Shattering Rock or something. What I really like about this one, obviously not only is it our stun, what I really like about this morph is that it roots them. I know everyone's first instinct is to roll dodge after CC breaking, but when you catch someone without stamina and they're rooted in place, well, guess what? They're more than likely just gonna die. So it's really, really good to make people burn their stam. Next, we do run Burning Talons. Honestly, this is a very strong dot. So yeah, Talons, it roots them. It does pretty strong initial damage, and it puts a nasty dot on them. So for the next skill, you could go either more. You can either go Noxious Breath, or you can go Engulfing. Obviously, each one has their pros and cons. For the most part, if you're gonna be going purely off corrosives, Engulfing Flames, 100% Engulfing Flames. The only problem with Engulfing is you're basically reliant on the corrosive. You're not gonna hit hard without the corrosive. Noxious Breath, on the other hand, will keep that pressure going the whole fight. The only problem is once you pop corrosive, Noxious Breath becomes basically useless, but it does have that nice pressure. The only problem too is that it costs stam, so either one's fine. I just go with Engulfing because it hits really hard when you pop a corrosive. So the next skill we do run, I do run Draw Essence. I just can't get this skill off my bar. I just love this skill so much. So yeah, you do flame damage around you and you heal for 168% of the damage done. And there is no cap on this on the heal. So if you hit 24 targets, you're healing off the 24 targets you hit. That is crazy. Not only that, and then it does double damage at the end after 2.5 seconds. Really strong. I just love that. It's really good for burst and it's also really good for healing. So next skill we do run is Flame Lash. Now you might be flaming me on this one, pun intended. How dare you not run Molten Whip? In my opinion, I'd rather run Flame Lash. Don't get me wrong, the other morph hits really hard fully procced and it gives you nice passive damage. But what I like about this one is when you hit an off balance enemy, it transforms it into a Flame Lash where you deal like 10%, over 10% more damage. And the thing is, you heal for a lot. Look at that. Every time you connect your whip, you're healing for 11.6k every time you whip. So basically when you go offensive, it heals you so much. The only problem is you have to hit them, so if they roll dodge it, you're not healing. But honestly, for 1v-Xing, you see what I mean? We have Draw Essence for a burst heal, we have Flame Lash to just go offensive and not have to worry about it too much. That's what I really like. Next, for my ultimate, I do run Dawnbreaker Smiting. This is only there just for the passive. The 3% more weapon and spell damage, and Banish the Wicked. 3 more ultimate whenever you kill someone. That's what I really like about it. It's an ultimate that maybe you can use here and there. It can be used, but for the most part, it's just there for the passives. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could just run Ferociously, but hit really hard too. Up to you. I just like having Dawnbreaker there for this passives. Alright, so for the back bar, I do run Hardened Armor. Honestly, Hardened Armor probably is the best morph to run. Don't get me wrong, the other one puts a dot, but that shield you get is honestly very strong. What, like in PvP, a 5k shield? You have to realize what this morph does, it lets you pop your armor without getting punished too much, and that's what I really like about it. So next we do run Elusive Mist. Honestly, it's sad to see what's going to happen to Elusive Mist next patch, but for this patch, let's abuse it while we still can. Can we get an F in chat for Elusive Mist? I just can't get Mist off my bar. The kiting you can do with Mist is unmatched, and there's a reason it's getting nerfed into oblivion. Abuse it while you can. Next, obviously, we do run Resolving Vigor. This is our burst hop, heals us a lot over 5 seconds, and it also grants us minor resolve for 20 seconds. So next comes the skill where we run. There are a few options. If you are running the resto, I would highly recommend Igneous Weapons. Igneous Weapons was very strong. It gives you a lot of damage for this having slotted. Not only that, it can give it to your group, which is really nice. If you are running the Ice Staff, what all you do is you just put Elemental Susceptibility on there, and it will make you hit really hard, even when you have your corrosives. Just know that this morph is getting nerfed next patch. But for the most part, if you don't know what you want to do, if you are a newer player or first time playing DK, honestly, I would just go with Resto Staff with Danger Trickery. So next we do run Coagulating Blood, or most commonly referred to as Coag. Honestly, this heal is pretty nuts. Look at that, over 11k heal, which increases up to 50%. That's kind of crazy. This thing can crit heal you for like 16k plus sometimes. And obviously, our ultimate on the back bar is Corrosive. Basically, we become almost immortal, and your direct damage attacks ignore physical and spell resist. So when we pop this, our whips are basically doing true damage. They can't resist them with their resistances. Alright, but enough of that. Let's go over the stat sheets now. Alright, so let's go over the stat sheets. Max mag is at 28.3k. Max health is just shy of 31.8k. Max stam is also just shy of 22k. Our mag recover is at 1170. Health recovery is a joke to read, and our stam recovery is at 669. Nice. So our fully proc damage, so let's just proc our burning. There you go, with the burning spell weave. Look at that, 6062. Spell crit 29.4. Physical and spell pen doesn't really matter since we're trying to be in perma corrosive. Look at that. We pop our corrosive, and boom, shoots us up to over 100k pen. Basically saying all our direct damage is gonna chunk and it's gonna hit hard. And if we crit, well, hope there's a keep nearby for them to res that, because bye-bye. Let's go over our resistances real quick on our back bar. So for the back bar, spell resist is at 31.6k, physical resist at 29.5, and remember, that's without blood spawn. So with blood spawn, we're at basically 35k spell resist, and our physical resist is basically at 32.5k. Those are some nice stats, and our crit resist is at 2742. That's some powerful stats right there. So for the attributes, I do go 40 points in the mag, 24 points in the health. For the Mundus, I do go the Atro. I felt like the Atro was the best for this build. Since our base recub is pretty low, we just want to bump it up a little bit, since we are benefiting more from reduced cost. It just kind of evens out the build. Obviously, if you think your sustain is perfectly fine, or you're a Breton, go either the Warrior, or you could even go the Thief, or the Shadow if you want to hit really hard. Obviously, we are a stage 3 vampire. Why? Because of one simple passive. Undeath. Reduces your damage taken by up to 30% based on your missing health. The lower health we are, the tankier we are. Like, come on. That's already got me sold. Plus, when we come out of Mist, we also get 300 more weapon and spell damage. Because, you know, why not? Alright, so for the race, I am a Dark Elf. I feel that Dark Elf is really good for this build, because honestly, when you think of DK, you just think of Dark Elf. We get dynamic, increases your max mag and max stam by over 1900. That's a lot of stats to hit harder and heal more. And obviously max stam, because any build caught without stam, well, let's hope there's a keep nearby for you to res that. Another one is Resist Flame. This is honestly very powerful. Since we are a vampire, we want to mitigate as much damage as possible for being a vampire, and honestly Resist Flame helps us do that. And obviously also Ruination, 258 weapon and spell damage. Just here you go, don't have to think. Yes, I'm taking that any day. So the best races, obviously you could be a Breton. Breton would be really good for sustain. Either be Dark Elf or Breton, or even Khajiit. Khajiit would hit really hard if you crit. Alright, but enough of that, let's go over the CP now. Alright, so for the blue CP, we do run Focus Many. Increase your healing done with single target heals by up to 10%. Master at Arms, increase your damage done with direct damage attacks by up to 6%. Ironclad reduces your damage taken by direct damage attacks by up to 6%. So for the last CP, there are two options. You can either go Resilience for crit resist for tankiness, or if you're saying, no, I want to do damage, run Exploiter. Increases your damage done against off-balance enemies by 10%. So up to you. I swap back and forth depending on the feel of PvP. So for the red CP, we do run Celerity. Increases your movement speed by up to 10%. Honestly, in my opinion, the best CP in the entire game. Next, we run Survival Instincts. While if it was a status effect, your core combat skills cost up to 25% less. Next, we run Relentlessness. Being stunned or fear causes you to gain major protection for 3 seconds. And last, but certainly not least, Pain's Refuge. Reduces your damage taken by 2% for every 2 negative effects active on you, up to a max of 20%. For the green CP, doesn't ever really matter. Rationer, Liquid Efficiency, Gifted Rider, and Seed's Blessing. Alright, but enough of that. Let's go over the combo rotation. So for the most part, it's basically a brawl. You're a brawler. So basically what you want to do is you want to dot them up, hit them with the Golfings, hit them with the Talons, hit them with inhales, and kind of just whip them and fossilize them here and there to burn their stam. But yeah, basically you just want to brawl them down for a bit. You notice the player is really low on health or really low on resources and you want to go for your burst. Basically your burst is going to be Engulfings into an inhale, Talons, fossilize, and into a whip. And honestly, it all hits at once and they won't know what hit them, honestly. But what I really like about Talonsing them into a fossilize, because the first thing when you root them, they're going to roll dodge, right? And they're not going to expect that. They're going to get, because the thing is, you can actually fossilize someone mid-roll dodge. And it catches people off guard because they're not expecting a CC break that soon. So when you go for the combo, Engulfing into inhale, Talons, fossilize into a whip, it all lines up perfectly and it hits really, really hard. But yeah, for the most part, you're just trying to brawl them down. Not much to say. Alright, but cool beans. Hope you guys did enjoy that build video. Honestly, it was fun bringing out the MagDK again. Always really nice. It has caught some nerfs. You know, MagDK isn't as strong as she once before, but hey, she's always a gem, and MagDKs will always be a force to be reckoned with. Alright, but like the video if you liked it. Comment your thoughts or experiences with the build video. Also, anything I might have missed out, what build video I should do next. Subscribe for more. But most importantly, stay zerging.